దీంట్లో వీడియో ఉందా?
ఉంది
పెట్టేనే కదా. ఒకసారి దాంట్లో యూట్యూబ్ ఓపెన్ చేయి.
So I hope everyone are there in yesterday's class, right? Any new person? Okay, so what we discussed yesterday, just I want to summarize first. So first, yesterday we discussed about Android definition, then followed by why we need to learn this course, and after that we discussed something about syllabus, what we are going to cover in this syllabus, and what are the duration and all we covered yesterday. Now I want to elaborate the words which we discussed yesterday in a definition. So what are the definition of Android? Here we discussed a few things. One is open source.
It's okay, sir. Screenshot and mail ID is enough.
First word we discussed about this open source.
Yes, fine.
And operating system.
You will be getting access within 24 hours.
Next is the development environment.
We will update you, sir. You will be you can
Development environment.
You will get it back.
The next word is the Linux kernel. So with these four words we discussed definition of Android. So here first word I coming to this open source. What is open source? Anyone?
Let you know. We will tell that.
So you have any idea about an open source? I'm not asking about the Android. I'm asking the meaning of open source.
Open source is nothing but it is open to all and it is free to all.
Yes, exactly. So it's a freely available to this. So free software. So generally open source it's a freely available. Like see for example if I'm developing in a .NET. So for the .NET there are some restrictions. Up to certain stage the .NET can be provided as open source. After that if you want to go in a more tools and all it should be paid. So it should be paid, but here no payment for this. Means for Android development if you want to do an Android development no need to pay anything for the license. License in the sense that is for the development environment. So for the development environment no need to pay. Like for example if I installed Windows in my laptop, Windows operating system, so for that we need to pay. If we won't pay, what it says, it's after few days it says that trial version has expired, your license has expired. So it is something like that and it cannot support all the features. But here Android is not like that. So it can be completely the open source, no need to pay anything for the setup to develop an Android application. So then if any software which is open source, major benefit is we can get majority of the source code. So we can get the source code is free of cost. So we can get easily source code. From the source code also we can do some elaborations here this. So that is the first one. Here we will get the some part of the source code also. So that we can do. So without paying anything we can get some part of code and we can get the support for this. So this Android is having the huge community. So in this community easily we can get the support as well as the code, example, lot of examples code that all are available. So that is coming into the point of open source. Next I'm coming into operating system. So what is operating system? Anyone? operating system? What is operating system? So operating system is nothing but it's a simple words. I'm explaining in a generalized words. It's a bridge between software and hardware. Software and hardware. So what is that software and hardware? See, if I took my mobile, if I took my laptop, so yeah, if I took my mobile, so in case of that mobile, I have camera in my application, that is a hardware. But if I want to capture an image, for that I need some software support. So what is the support I am getting from the software to hardware? In between something is needed, that we can say as a operating system. So it's a, someone said here, interface. Exactly. If you are, means first I am saying here it's a generalized word, it is a bridge between software and hardware. If you want to talk in our IT terminology, that is an interface. Maybe why I said bridge initially means maybe someone could not understand the word of interface. So the interface is nothing but it's a interface, means a bridge. Interface is nothing but a bridge. So it will between the bridge. So it can be support for this. So as already we discussed, this operating system is for nowadays lot of electronic gadgets like mobiles, tabs, TVs, cars, auto, watch, etc. So many is there. So many gadgets are coming nowadays, etc. So many devices are coming. So this Android operating system we can install, means we can use this, we can install lot of applications. So that is easily we can get this lot of devices. So then next is the development environment. So what is development environment? So using this we can build applications, we can build apps. So what kind of apps we can build here? Already yesterday I told this, static and dynamic, both kind of applications we can build. So, and what is static? Static means it's a fixed inputs that could not be changed later, but dynamic means every day the data is updating from the database, it is interacting with the database. So using this Android we can build two types of environments, so two types of applications. One is the static, other is the dynamic. So both applications we can build using this. Then next, Linux kernel. So this I already told, it's a part of the architecture. So always the Android is run on the top of the Linux kernel, top of the Linux. So how this top of the Linux kernel, just I'll show you some picture here. So here, if this is my application, inside, what is inside is there, this is my application, this is my app. So here between this, what is the space? So someone said we will start. Yes, we can. We will do that both cases here, front end as well as the back end. So here, this is what is the space between these two circles is nothing but here Linux kernel. So this is the this space. What is the space between this? This is the Linux kernel. So Linux kernel. So this Linux kernel always means first as a user. So this is a user, I am sending one request. As a user, what I am saying now, I am saying that open contacts application or open camera, open gallery, some request I am sending from my phone. So it is traveling through this Linux kernel. Then after interaction with that particular app again the response is coming back to the user through same layer, that is a Linux kernel. Because of that is the reason what I am saying now, always it is interacted with the user with respective of Linux kernel. So this is the request and this is the response. So because of that I am saying this Android apps always running on the top of the Linux kernel. So that is the reason it's inbuilt of the architecture of that. So it is always run on the top of the Linux kernel. So this is about the Linux kernel. So then this is about the 4 words which we discussed yesterday. One is an open source operating system, development environment, and the next is the Linux kernel. So after this, just we will see the history of this. So what is the history and how this has started? So every programmatic language has some history. Like here, Android is also have some history. So who invented this Android? Anyone? Anyone knows that? Who invented this Android? So nowadays, if I ask who is the owner of the Android, everyone says that it's a majority of the people says that Google. But actual invention as done by Andre Rubin. So who is this Andre Rubin? So Andre Rubin is the person, actually he is a Java developer. So in 2003 he was a Java developer. So when he was a Java developer, one day he went to shop to buy one camera. He want to buy one camera. Then there you see he compared one thing, that is a camera, normal camera, and one is the digital camera. So he compared both, like normal camera has very less price, digital camera has very high price. Then he asked the shop owner, so why this much of this? So he says that he compared the features. So this has zoom in feature, zoom out feature, and you will get clarity here, and here it is kind of some, what are the differences between this normal camera and digital camera. He explained all the things. Then finally he understood one point. Only the major difference between these two is software. He understood that. So the digital camera has some software. Normal camera does not have that much of it. It is also have some software, but it is not have that much of intellectual software. So it has one intellectual software. Because of that is the reason this camera has the more cost. Then he thought that, so why can't we implement one application for the digital cameras? So then he started a company, and company name called Android Inc. So he started that company. So that company, nothing but it cannot be possible with a single person. So along with him his friends, 3 members also joined. So then they started R&D. What is R&D? So all are Java developers. R&D, research and development. They are researching the things. So their intention was to develop a digital camera software. They started with to start a development of one software which is suitable to the digital camera. Then this is the year of 2003. From the 2003 to 2005, okay, they got one solution. They got one solution. In the span of 2 years, they got one solution. So what is that solution? Just they had this basic camera application. They got simply, okay, they got some architecture kind of thing. Okay, this is the possibilities are there. Okay, this, they have the basic. After the basic, they got a lot of inputs and they says that, okay, this we can go with the lot of things and all. So just one thing I want to cover here. Just if you are any other, if you have questions kind of thing, I'll give you the last 5 minutes to ask those questions. So like any course related things, I'll answer your questions last few minutes. Okay. So now they got the solution and they are working on that. In 2005, they released a basic version of that. After that, they want to enhance the software, and they are doing an R&D. And what happens? They struggled with the funds. They got the solution. Okay, means they know if you go in this way, definitely we get the solution. But they stuck somewhere with the funds, because these people initially they are already working somewhere, but in 2003 they have started the organization and there is no extra income. So because whatever the amounts they have already, they invested on this company from last 2 years. So they struggled with the funds. They have solution, but if you want to implement that solution, it need lot of funds. So from the 2005 to 2007, they approached lot of companies, some companies and all. So in 2007, they released one static version of software version for camera. So then they documented all their thoughts in a clear picture in one document, and they approached a lot of companies like Nokia, Sony Ericsson, who is the on those days who are the mobile providers. They approached a lot of companies. Finally, the Google has accepted there, and in 2007 this is acquired by Google. Means they has released some funds to do the R&D things for the features perspective. But what is their goal, that feature? So they thought that why can't this R&D to stop for the cameras, why can't we implement this for the mobiles? That is their intention, because on those days every mobile which has, it's a very basic mobile. So we know that basic mobiles, what are the features as given by the manufacturers, we are using only those. But they want to update that like our laptops, because in my laptop, if I want to install some software, I can install that software. But such kind of facility is not there in a mobile. So they asked to build such kind of application in this maze. They want to build one operating system based on this Android. So operating system and development environment to build the apps to run on the specific environment. That is their feature goal from the 2007 to 2009. In the span of these 2 to 3 years, they want to reach this goal. Then Google has acquired and they invested on something on this. Then second level of R&D has started on this. Second level of R&D is started on this specific area. So finally, in a 2008,
Just
the first version of Android as released in a mobile. So first version of Android mobile as released in a market with the company of Sony. So with this company of Sony, they released the first version of Android mobile in 2008. But this is not a full stable version. So that days in 2008 days, what the other mobile softwares are available is Symbian, Java, .NET. So like these kind of other applications which are already they are providing, like that means Java, in Java JTM is there, in .NET there is a mobile version, Symbian is one, other is the Palm. Like there are various other softwares other which are there. So this every other manufacturers are not showing interest, means like Nokia is there, Sony is there, Motorola is there, lot of mobile manufacturers are there, but no one is not showing interest to jump into this Android version, because this is also similar how this mobiles having this Symbian, Java, J2ME, Palm, this kind of same application. This is here also in 2008, what is the version first released in the market. With that also the people cannot install any other new application apart from the manufacturer has given. So then why we can go with a stable to new application, even though we can also think that any new product will come in a market, until it's a good until we get the good comments and all, we cannot go and buy those such kind of products. So like that every manufacturer are thinking that. Then after that in a 2009 they succeeded as a operating system. So they released operating system in a market. Still, even though they say that Android is now operating system, you can install apps in operating system, but still no people as not showing an interest on this version. Why? Because operating system is available, but there is no apps available in a market to install on this operating system. So then what they did, they developed a development environment. So this already they targeted in a development environment, they targeted in 2007 itself. This is development environment. So they developed this environment by end of 2009, means almost we can say it's a December, so I consider it as a 2010. Once this development environment has released, so slowly one by one software companies also started developing the apps. Then one by one manufacturers are showing interest. So some one manufacturer as came and they started their devices on this, and next one, like in the span of next 2010 to 14 or 15, 4 to 5 years of span, it became a huge in a market, because every 6 months or 1 year these people are giving the major changes, major updates, which are the people not expecting that kind of features they are giving, they are releasing in a market. So because of those reasons, in a 4 to 5 years of the span, this has occupied the 70 to 80% of the market in worldwide. So even if in case of our country, right now it is 85 to 90% of mobiles are Android, remaining are the iOS. If you go with the worldwide statistics, it's a in between of the 60 to 70% of Android devices, and the next 30% of the devices are iOS and other is there. So this is how this became in this. But in this gap, lot of versions are released. Those current version is the Android 12. Then before that 11, 10, like it is from 0 to this all versions has came here. So the each version here has some name. So that name also here, see, for each and every version there is a name. So the name is very interesting here. So how it is interesting means see here, A, B, C. So A, B, these two are not a stable version. So they not given any names on this here in the market. From C onwards means it's a following alphabets only. See, we can see now each version it has having the name from the alphabet, like it will start from the A, B, C, D, like that only. So C is the, anyone know that name C, which started with the C Android name, that is cupcake. So first one, this is the cupcake. Next D, donut. E, so what is that E? Eclair. So E is the eclair.
ఇప్పుడు 1 అవర్ డెమో 7.
Next F is the froyo. G is the gingerbread. H, honeycomb. I, ice cream sandwich. Ice cream sandwich. J for jelly beans. K for Kit Kat. Next L for lollipop. M for marshmallow. So marshmallow.
తినడానికి వచ్చారా పని చేయడానికి వచ్చారా అంటే
Next N for nugget. O for Oreo.
మీరు తినరా
So this, up to this, these all are the versions which are released in a market with a different, see, it is in a one structure, it is following these names. But are you finding any relation with these words? So all are the desserts. Desserts means in food we can say desserts. It's a bakery related items. So chocolate family, bakery related desserts, we can say this. Why these kind of names? Sorry, one more is there, right? I forgot. P is pie. I forgot to write this pie. So this is the one. It's a giving the different names for this. So these all are because Andre Rubin and all his friends always eat these kind of foods. So because of that, these names are coming like this. And here, so each version has some level of, like level in the sense Android 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12. This is the each version has the one level. So about that levels in our environment, while we are installing our environment, I'll show you the levels and what is the features. So means here we will discuss each level features in detail here. Means each level, what is the features and what are the drawbacks, that we will discuss in detail of here this. So
ఉంది కాబట్టి వస్తది
as of now, anyone have any question on this area? So I hope everyone is clear. So just moving to this next here. So okay. So just fine. So now we know this. We know the definition of Android, and next is the Android versions and history. So the next I want to come with one word, that is mobile application development. What is mobile application development? Anyone? Mobile application development? Say, from past few years, mobile application development has escalated business strategies worldwide. What is the business strategies worldwide? Completely it is changed the business strategies. What kind of, for example, so nowadays we are buying lot of things from the Flipkart, Amazon, and other shopping carts. Whatever you like, the shopping carts, we are buying lot of things in this. Why? Because initially before this smartphones also, there is a Flipkart, there is Amazon, but people are not that much of interest to buy this. Why? Any specific reason from anyone? Because if when you are in front of the system, then only you can access those specific websites previously. But right now, all applications are in your hand. When you are traveling, when you are sleeping, when you are sit lonely, then every time you are accessing the mobile. On the mobile, there is a Flipkart, there is Amazon, there is other shopping cart. So, and every what is offer for the today, they are sending as a notification. So by seeing that, we are tempting and we are buying the products. So like that, the lot of things which is happening, we are buying that products and we are getting the this. So in this we are getting lot of things here, we are getting the lot of things here. So that is we are getting lot of benefits from this. So because of that, that word I said that it has escalated business strategies in worldwide. So the mobile app almost same as a web application, but it has major differences compared to that. Just now I said it is an always in your hand, so it is changed as this. So then in a mobile app development is nothing but just we are building the apps for the low memory devices. So what is that low memory devices? Like here for the mobiles, tablets, watch, TV, and these all are we are building for the smart devices. So, and next, this is about the small word about this mobile development environment. Then next, so how many categories of mobiles are there? Anyone this answer categories of mobiles? How many categories are there in the market? Mobile categories? Mobile categories? In my perspective, I say only two. One is the feature phone. One is the feature phone, other is a smartphone. Feature and smart. What is feature and what is smart? So feature phone is nothing but all our basic phones which are not having the any installations facility. So just we are what is the manufacturer has given, we can use only those like contacts, Bluetooth, camera, settings, etc. So that all basic mobiles we can say this means as a user side I cannot install any applications. So it has less memory. I And for this, just now already we discussed about that. These kind of applications are developed by Java, Symbian, Migo, and .NET, so that we can. Those are the examples for this. And the next part of this is that now this is very very important for that, because this word is suitable for us now. This related to our course. So that is a smartphone. In the smartphone, we have an operating system. So we can install number of applications what you want, and it has more memory compared to feature phone. And in this there are different different is there: Android, iOS, Windows, BlackBerry. But simply we can say nowadays there is no, almost BlackBerry is gone, almost Windows also gone. Only Android and iOS both are trending in the market. So that we are developing here applications for these two kind of this, but either we are developing this application for the Android mobile. Okay, this is fine. The next word I want to go with some other word, that is application. What is application? Anyone? We are saying that we are learning here mobile application development. But what is the meaning of application? Anyone? So, in a simple words, application is nothing but it can reduce human efforts. So how it can reduce the human efforts? See, let us consider in my mobile there is no contacts. There is no contacts. Hardly you can remember 20, 30. Maybe if you are a very genius, maybe you can remember 50. But more than that you cannot. So if it is not there, I need to write in one notebook or some diary or something else. While I am traveling, I used to bring that. If I want to dial some contact, then I want to do this. So here what it is doing, because of this contacts application, it is reducing your work. So it is reducing your efforts. So that means simply the software which is designed to store data and provide the processing of data. Based on that, we can generate some kind of uses reports that we can say as a application. So applications we can build using different languages, that is Java, .NET, Python, then Kotlin, like etc. So many is there. Like those we can use and we can build those applications on this. This is fine. And yesterday, finally, some people has asked one question. That so here we are developing application using Android development. Either it's a Java or Kotlin. But apart from that, there is some other environments. Means this whatever we are learning here, this course, we will say that word as a native mobile application development. Native mobile app development. So what is the meaning of native mobile app development? Means if we are developing this application, it can be suitable to the one environment. That environment is nothing but here Android. Means I can install these applications in Android phone, not in a other phone. So that is. But is there any platform which I can create both apps at the same time? Yes, obviously. That is, we can say as a cross platform. So that is cross platform. So as I told already few details here yesterday, someone's doubts. So if it is in a native application, it can be suitable for the specific environment. Like I want to build an Android application, I can use Android setup and I can do that. If I want to develop an iOS, I can go with the Swift or C#, then I can develop that. And if in case of native application, it is very fast compared to other the class platform, and it can support more features, and it has lightweight. So because of the lightweight, it can be easily we can access with this. And the same if I comes to the cross platform. So what happens with the cross platform? So here the cross platform, if I develop application, it can be suitable for both Android and iOS, but it is having the huge weight. So it having the huge weight, it cannot support that much of all features which we are building in a native application development. It cannot support that. Next, these examples are here: PhoneGap, Xamarin. So that is just I'll write that words: PhoneGap, Xamarin, Flutter, React.js. So these all are the some of the applications. Using this, we can build this phone applications, but it cannot support that much of easy. It is a heavy weight, so it will take time to load those applications. So that is the reason we are going with the flexible environment, that is a native mobile development. This. So with this, we can with this native mobile application, we can get very flexible and lightweight, fast, secure applications. So because of that, we are preferring not only we, majority of the market as preferring the native mobile app development. So this is about the mobile app development and these things. So just finally I want to summarize for today's session. So just we discussed about the Android definition words, which are open source, operating system, Linux kernel and development environment. After that we discussed about the features of Android, Android history. Then after that, what are the versions and version names we discussed. Then apart from this, we discussed some more other words. So what is application and what is native environment, what is cross platform, then what kind of mobile categories. So those few words we discussed. So in a next session, we will go with version wise features, Android version wise features. So version wise features, we'll go in detail. Each version will take version wise features as well as the drawbacks of that. So here features and drawbacks we will discuss each version wise. So then now apart from this, I want to go with few things. So here this theoretical classes could be next 4 to 5 days. It's a theoretical classes. So to understand the Android features and environment and architecture, up to that it's a completely the theoretical sessions for next 4 to 5 days. After that we'll slowly enter into the coding part. So after 4 days we'll enter into the coding part, 4 to 5 days. So in this 4 to 5 days, what are your activities? So your activities has to, first you need to go through whatever the words here we are discussing. What is Android definition, what is application, what is native development, like this, what are the words I am explaining now. Those you can elaborate from your side. If you have any questions, you can come with me, I can explain you. And hope everyone has their laptop or desktops. So that should be already someone has asked that question also. What is the configuration is required? So that configuration is it's a minimum of 8 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, and Windows 7 and above. Windows 7 and above is suitable for this. If you have Linux, okay, no problem. If you have Mac, okay, no problem. We can install irrespective of platform. You can install, but it should be minimum of with 8 GB RAM so that it can be support easily on your environment. If you have the less, very complicated to run this. And here who are having this maybe if you have already some old PC like it's a Windows 7 or Windows 10 or 8 GB, but maybe your processor is less, it is supporting slowly. So such kind of people, I'll give you few solutions like development itself, how to run directly instead of running an emulator, how to run directly on your phone. That process also I'll show you once that installation process has completed, so that you can run directly application on your phone, so that it will reduce some burden on your system. So that also I'll show you that how to run that applications in your mobile. So any other questions from anyone? Any questions from anyone for today's session?
Sir, you called regarding GCP videos. Sir, you actually that videos we will give 1 year access. For that 10,000 is there, but
Yes, someone raised hand here.
You will be getting in 3,000, sir. And
Sir, total duration 45 days. Can you elaborate what are the things you will be teaching?
you have to pay 2,000.
Means how many days you will take it? 4 days is for theory. Then after then 40 days will be around coding. Right?
Sir,
So which project you will take?
Yes, completely it's a code.
They need only
So I'm looking for freelancing. You know the REST API, right?
concession and
Yes, REST API.
From the web, when we are sending the data using REST API, can you capture using Android? That one you can show the examples there.
Yes.
Corporate
Yes.
purpose.
This I already yesterday shown this complete syllabus. Here that REST APIs we are discussing here, web services. So here we will discuss the REST using the JSON format. So basic how to do the basic first level of program, and after that using advanced libraries, that is retrofit and volley. So these three.
For okay, for after installation in C drive, how much space it should be
I will tell to sir
for
that
working
they
this
need
complete software projects?
Yeah. So
Okay, sir. I will talk to sir and
not like it will normally it will consume 5 to 6 GB initial setup itself. Day by day it will increase.
How much?
If you have less,
sir,
if even like see, initially it will take 6 to 8 GB space. Okay. Regularly you are updating that next version. If you update your next version, like today I installed Android
1 to 2
10,
months,
suppose Android 10. After 6 months, I got the 11, 12 updates. I updated to 12. Another 3 to 4 GB it can take. But there is a solution. We can remove the older versions and we can update the latest version. So that it will be minimum 6 to 8 GB. It's enough for that. But who are having the less space in a C drive, you can install other drive also.
Okay. So can you show me that ID, that studio?
Yeah, it's an Android Studio.
Android Studio.
This
Okay.
one, Android Studio.
Only one, that one only you need to install, right? So
Yeah,
Java,
that
for
one only.
Java,
For that we need.
for Java we need to learn.
Yes,
and,
for that we need Java.
okay.
Yeah, for this support of this studio, we need Java setup in your laptop. laptop.
Which-
So then
which-
it can support Java, JDK from 8 to 8 and higher version is fine. Just you can install any JDK version. Then once we install this environment, it could be set automatically everything. So that process also I'll show you here. No worry. Okay. So any other questions from anyone?
So you have any class in the morning, sir? Morning 8 o'clock like that?
No.
Only night 9 o'clock.
Yes. Presently only 9 o'clock is going on. So I hope other people as clear. So here one thing I'm expecting from everyone has to participate actively in a class. When I ask questions, so you should answer, like either you can ask, you can type, or you can talk something, so that what I feel that okay, you are following me. If you are silent, there is a in my perspective, I think that two ways. One is you are 100% you are understanding. Okay, other is 0. So that what I'm suggesting you is just follow me. If you have any questions, you can ask, or if I'm asked some questions, you try to answer that. Even if it is wrong also, no problem. But try to interact. Interaction is important here. Okay. Okay, then we will meet tomorrow 9 p.m. Thank you.
ఫేస్ ఎంత ఘోరంగా ఉందో అసలు. ఈ జెండ ఫేస్.
హలో సార్, ఎక్కడున్నారు? వెళ్ళొద్దా సార్? ఇక్కడే ఉండేనా? సరే సార్, ఫోన్ ఇక్కడే పెట్టేస్తున్నా. సరే సార్.
లైట్ ఒకటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పాలి, కాన్సెప్ట్ వైజ్ చెప్పాలి.
ఆన్లైన్ కోచింగ్
ఆన్లైన్ తీసుకుంటారు, ఆఫ్లైన్ అయితే నాకు తెలుసు.
కోర్స్ ఏంటి?
లైక్ పిహెచ్పిలో మెయిల్ సెన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా,
పిఎస్పి.
పిహెచ్పి
పిహెచ్పి
పిహెచ్పి అనేది వాళ్ళ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ అంటారు. లైక్ ఎట్లా అంటే మెయిల్ సెన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, కాంటాక్ట్ ఫామ్స్ సెండ్ చేయడం, వెబ్సైట్స్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తాయి, కాంటాక్ట్ ఫామ్, ఫీడ్బ్యాక్.
మీరు ఆన్లైన్ అంటారు కాబట్టి లాస్ట్
లాస్ట్
మీరు అటెండ్ వచ్చారు.
అక్కడ అడిగారు.
ఆఫ్లైన్లో
ఆఫ్లైన్లో అడిగారా? మీరు ఆన్లైన్ కోచింగ్ అంటున్నారు కాబట్టి ఆగుంది స్టే.
కొన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్ వైజ్ చెప్తారా?
మాకు తెలుసు.
సరే, వాళ్ళకి తెలుస్తుంది ఆన్లైన్
లాస్ట్
లాస్ట్ స్టే.
వస్తారు అయితే ఇటు వస్తారు.
నాకు తెలుసు సార్.
అందరూ అంటారు.
ఎందుకు సెన్సిఫై చేయాలంట? లేదంటే
ఉన్నదో లేదో కానీ అక్కడ ఓనికి ఎందుకు ఊగలేను అర్థం కాదు.
వాళ్ళ ఫోన్ మాట్లాడతాను, అందుకని ఎట్లా అవుతుంది. అయ్యో, ఎన్న ఎప్పుడు వస్తారో, నేను ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళాలో.
ఇంకా అది పెట్టకుండా పోతే సార్ ఏమన్నా అంటాడా?
ఏం పెట్టాలి?
డైలీ వర్క్ షీట్స్ పెడతాం కదా అక్క మేము.
అట్లా నిన్న పెట్టినాడు ప్లస్ అట్లా వర్క్ ఆ పిల్ల పెట్టుకోలేదు కదా.
ఆ పిల్ల వర్క్ ఎప్పుడు పెట్టదు, ఆమెది పెట్టాం మేము. శ్రావణ అక్కది నాదే పెడతాం నైట్ డైలీ మా వర్క్ స్టేటసే పోతుంది సార్కి. ఇంకా ఒకటి ఆన్లైన్ అనే ఒక గ్రూప్ ఉంది, ఆ దాంట్లో మళ్ళీ సార్కి మా ఇద్దరియే పెడతాం, ఆమె ఎప్పుడూ పెట్టదు. అక్క కూడా గుర్తు చేయలేదు మరి ఆమె ఇది పెట్టాలి అని.
నేను వేసుకున్నా అంత కూర్చుంటే నాకైతే
నాకైతే ఆ జర్నీ చేసి వచ్చిన దానికి ఇవి పక్కకు కూర్చున్నాను మంచిగా సెట్ అయింది. ఇంకా ఇంత కోపం వచ్చిందో అసలు అస్సలకే ఓపిక లేదు. అప్పుడు వెంటనే ఇటు వచ్చేసరికి ఇంకా ఉండేసరికి మళ్ళీ పోతుందేమో నేనైనా ప్రశాంతంగా చేసుకున్నాడు. 5 వరకు పోలేదు.
మేము ఎవరు తీసుకుపోయే వాళ్ళు రాలేదు. పొద్దున ఒకరు వచ్చారు కోర్స్ కొనుక్కునేవారు వీడియోస్, అది నాకు తెలియదు. వెబ్సైట్ ఏదో .net అని అడిగారు. వాళ్ళు కంటెంట్ అడుగుతుంటే ఎత్తుక్కుంటుంది. కంటెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా వీడియోస్ కింద
కిందనే ఉంటుంది,
పెట్టాలి కదా వాళ్ళు. దాని కింద వీడియోస్ కింద ఉంటారు చూడు పెట్టు అంటే తనకాడ దానికి ముందు వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటారు, ఇట్లాంటి వాళ్ళు పెట్టారే ఏం రెస్పాండ్ అవుతారు దానికి అని అంటున్నారు కదా. నేను మళ్ళీ ఆ తర్వాత ఆన్లైన్లో ఆఫ్లైన్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి కంటెంట్ వచ్చి ఇచ్చిన మళ్ళీ పెట్టమంటే పెట్టింది.
కష్టం. నేనే స్లో అనుకున్నా కానీ నాకంటే స్లో కూడా ఉంటారా. మళ్ళీ ఏమనంటే
నాకు మెంటల్ వేస్తున్నందుకే నేను నేర్చుకోతాను. 9:20కి వస్తా నేను.
ఆమె ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళింది మరి ఇంటికి మీ ఫ్రెండ్?
మొన్న
అదే అప్పుడు ఒకసారి వెళ్తా అన్నది, వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ వచ్చి మళ్ళీ వచ్చి అదే కాలేజ్లో ఏదో వర్క్ అని అన్నది కదా.
రివ్యూ
పాపం ఆ రోజు ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్ళి వేస్ట్ అయిందంట. నువ్వు లేవు కదా అప్పుడు. నన్ను అడిగింది వస్తావా అని. నేను ముందు రోజు వస్తా అని చెప్పిన నెక్స్ట్ డే హెడేక్ ఉంది రాను అని అన్నా.
కాల్ చేసిందా?
కాల్ చేసింది, నంబర్ తీసుకుంది, వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు చెప్తా వెళ్దామని చేసింది పాపం. కానీ నేనే హెడేక్ ఉందని రాను అని అన్నా. మీ రూమ్లో అమ్మాయి ఆమె వెళ్ళినా అన్నారు, ఇద్దరు వెళ్ళినా. మీ రూమ్లో ఇంకొక ఆమె ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆమెతో వెళ్ళినా అని చెప్పింది ఇంటర్వ్యూకి.
ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వస్తావా అని అడిగిందా?
ఇంటర్వ్యూ కోసమే నంబర్ తీసుకొని పాపం పొద్దునే కాల్ చేసింది వెళ్దామా అని. రాను అని చెప్పింది. ఇంకా రోజు హెడేక్ ఉంది. ఇంకా మళ్ళీ వచ్చినాక ఏమైంది అంటే ఇట్లా వ్యాక్సినేషన్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అడిగిరు, వెళ్ళి వేస్ట్ అయింది. అది ఐడి కూడా కాదంట, వచ్చినాక చెప్పిందట.
పిల్ల పెట్టుకొని పెట్టలే. మెయిల్స్ అన్ని క్రియేట్ చేసిందా వచ్చినానికి?
బాగానే చేసింది, అంత పెట్టుకుంది దాంట్లో. చేయలేదు, ఇట్లా పెట్టుకుంది దాంట్లో. పెట్టనీకి ఏం తప్పలేదు. ఇదేంటి మిస్ కాల్ ఇచ్చి కట్ చేసేది?
చేయడానికి వచ్చింది సారే
వేరే వాళ్ళే మళ్ళీ చేస్తుంది. హలో సార్. ఎస్ సార్, దుర్గా సార్. SAP ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ఇవ్వాలి. SAP లేదు కదా సార్. సార్ వీఆర్ నాట్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ SAP కోర్స్ సార్, నాట్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ అవర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్. ఎస్ వన్ సెకండ్ సార్, ఐ విల్ కన్ఫర్మ్ అండ్ లెట్ యు నో. యూట్యూబ్లో డెమో చూసిన అంటున్నాడు, వాళ్ళని అడగాలి ఒకసారి.
సరే స్ట్రైట్ 11 AM సార్. పెట్టాను సార్, ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయండి. అప్లోడ్ చేశాను సార్. లేదు సార్, మార్నింగే అప్లోడ్ చేశాను క్లాస్ అయ్యాక. ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకొని తర్వాత కాల్ చేయండి సార్. రిఫ్రెష్ చేయండి సార్. మేము పెట్టాం సార్ మార్నింగ్ అప్లోడ్ కావాలి. అడ్వాన్స్ విత్ పేమెంట్స్ కదా సార్. పెట్టాం సార్ మార్నింగ్. చెప్పండి సార్. వీడియో ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదా? ఓకే సార్, నేను మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తాను, ఒకసారి కనుక్కోండి. ఓకే సరే సార్.
అయితే ఫస్ట్ ఉండేనంట, పాత వీడియోస్ ఉన్నాయి అవి యూట్యూబ్లో, అవి చూసినట్టున్నారు వాళ్ళు అని వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడారు. ఫస్ట్ ఉండే సార్, ఇప్పుడు లేదని చెప్పి.
can expected to process your video అని ఉంది. ఓకే సార్. హలో హలో మ్యామ్, అది బై మిస్టేక్లో వచ్చింది. ఓకే
బై మిస్టేక్లో వెళ్ళిందా?
నేనైతే లేదా కాల్ వచ్చిందంట. అప్పుడు దేనికోసం చేసింది, రిటర్న్ కాల్ చేసిన మళ్ళీ కాల్ వచ్చింది.
మెయిల్స్ పెట్టడం. సార్ ప్లస్ అయిపోతే లైవ్ పెట్టాం.
హలో చెప్పు. ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో నేనేం చేసేది ఒకదాన్ని పోయి పోతాను, వేడికి పోతా. నువ్వు లేకపోతే నేనేం చేసేది? ఎవరు లేదు, పని ఉండాలా? సరే మనం చేస్తాం, ఒక నిమిషం పని ఉండాలి. వీడియో కాల్ చేసేది, అయితే వీడియో అప్లోడ్ చేసేది. సరే
ఉన్నప్పుడే బాగుంటాయి.
ఏమైంది?
పెండింగ్ అంతా ఇప్పుడు అయిపోవాలి. వాష్రూమ్లో కూడా వాష్రూమ్ దుర్గా సార్
దుర్గా సార్ ఉన్నారు పక్క రూమ్
అట్లనే అనిపించింది షర్ట్. నాగేంద్ర అన్న వాళ్ళందరూ అయ్యో మిస్డ్ కాల్ వచ్చింది. కాల్ వచ్చిందా?
ఏం నాకు ఇంట్లోదే
ఫుల్ హెడ్ఏక్ వస్తుంది అసలు. ఎప్పుడు పోయి పడుకోవాలన్నట్టు.
ఉన్నారా రూమ్ అందరూ?
అయిపోయిందా డెమో? ఇంకా అయిపోయిందా? తరం చూస్తారేమో. ఇదేంటి ఎట్లా అయిపోయింది మనం పెట్టినాక?
అయిపోయింది కదా ఇది. వేరేది పెడితే అంటారు అంతే కదా.
వేరేది పెడతా మరి. ఏందో పెద్ద తలనొప్పి ఉంది.
అది పని చేయలేదని అనిపిస్తే అమ్మా నేను వెళ్తా తల్లి. మార్నింగ్ నుంచి కూర్చొని.
Yeah, hi, good evening. So I'm sharing my screen. So I hope everyone are there in yesterday's class, right? Any new person?
చేయాలా? ఓకే బాయ్.
Okay, so what we discussed yesterday, just I want to summarize first. So first, yesterday we discussed about Android definition, then followed by why we need to learn this course, and after that we discussed something about syllabus, what we are going to cover in this syllabus, and what are the duration and all we covered yesterday. Now I want to elaborate the words which we discussed yesterday in a definition. So what are the definition of Android? Here we discussed a few things. One is
కానీ మార్నింగ్
Open source. First word we discussed about this open source and operating system. Next is the development environment.
వెంటనే ఇటు వచ్చేసరికి ఇదైపోయింది.
So development environment. The next word is the Linux kernel. So with these four words we discussed definition of Android. So here first